let's talk polymer mags, as I mentioned in the previous video on GI mags. So we'll hop right into it here. I am sipping on a brewski here in my Brownell's Bureau of Propaganda glass. But we'll start here on the end. This is a ProMag Roller Mag. They actually have a wheel on the follower of the mag. This design's pretty cool. I will say it works really well. I hadn't had any issues. The only thing that I guess kind of gives me negative feelings about ProMag is that I had a set of mags that I left loaded, and the round wound up wearing a ridge in the feed lip there. So these I actually wound up getting via warranty from the other one that I had warrantied. They run, but I use them as more of a range mag just due to what I ran into with the other set. I mean, this one might not have that issue. I honestly haven't dug that deep into others' experiences with the newer feed lips, because it has been, I mean, the ones that I had issues with were probably manufactured, I don't know, 9 years ago or so. So they may have resolved that issue. I do, as I said, I do like that the roller mag design with that wheel is kind of cool. From there, you have HexMag. These are kind of cool because there were a few companies out there where you actually had decals that you could put in there. I have mainly picked these up, or this one up, because it is OD green. Do not believe I have run this one yet. I tend to be a victim of habit and reuse mags that I know run flawlessly. And so I have not. I need to get out and actually test this. But HexMag, from what I've heard, does make a solid mag as well. And as I mentioned in the video on the GI mags, the followers are important. I think one thing that you're going to notice trend-wise with a lot of the polymer mags out there are that they have a very consistent follower design. So we'll move on here. This is a OD green Lancer mag, which it's translucent OD green, so you can actually see the spring inside there. The one thing with the Lancers is they do have a steel feed lip, so these you don't have to worry about the issue that I ran into with the ProMags of it wearing a groove on the feed ramp itself. So that said, I have run these before, and I know a few other people that run them and love them. This particular mag I literally just got, but I have a purple one that I've run a few times, and it works really well. So I do like them, and everything I've seen, you can leave these loaded. Once again, consistent follower design here. You can see everybody's kind of, I want to kind of say mimicking like the Magpul design that they came out with for the GI mags a while ago. But I highly suggest these. They're really nice. The other really cool Lancer one that I personally like is the one that is completely clear. They do a ton of different. There's a ton of different colors out there, but the translucent one looks really cool when it's loaded up. You can see the brass. From there, I have this Ets mag. These are kind of a smoke, as you can see. You can see it's translucent and see the spring in there. These do come with a, let me see if I can pop this off on the video here. Oh, there we go. Alright. So you do have you have a dust cover on there, which ultimately when you do install the dust cover, if you're not familiar with that design, it actually just pushes the round just off of the feed ramp, so that your round is not sitting on the feed ramp. This particular mag, I took it out once. I had some issues when I loaded it the whole way up with the rounds extracting and going into So I actually have not had it out since. My understanding is that ETS has a pretty good warranty, so if you're able to warranty based off of situations like that. But for me, I mean, it might be something that I've had mags where I've had issues when they're like brand new and need to break the spring in. So I honestly probably just need to get this one back out there. Only other issue I've run into is I think due to the design and the feed ramps being translucent polymer as well, or the smoke. This mag seems a little wider, and I could probably measure it quick here too, but going into mag wells, I've noticed it does tend to, it's wider. It hangs up on some of my mag wells that might be a touch narrower. It goes in, but it's a snug fit. So I have not tinkered around with this one too much more, but there it is. And I haven't heard too many other reviews on these. I've just heard they're very, very good with their warranties. I personally, I like their Glock Mags. I know their Glock Mags tend to be a little hit or miss. I've had some other friends that say didn't work for them at all. I've run the 15s, I've run the 31s, and they've worked fine for me. I haven't had any hiccups with them. I think kind of we'll move on to what I think you'd consider probably the industry standard is your Pmax. I mean, Magpul with these they've sold so many of these. They run great. My understanding is that the military actually, they tend to stray from the GI mags and run the Pmags because they function great. There's very few people, in fact, I'm not even sure I've heard of anybody that has run into any sort of feeding issues with a Pmag that was an actual mag issue. I'm sure there's somebody out there, but I have not offhand met anybody that has run into that. But I brought two out here so that you could see you have your Gen 2, which when you get these, they typically do not come with a dust cover. You can see this one is used. This is definitely one of the ones I use at the range. And you can see it does have kind of it has your green GI follower, kind of like the ones that I showed you last week in the GI mags. The dust cover, I think it's kind of probably too hard to get on video here, but as soon as you put this on, this literally just pushes down on the follower for storage. I've seen a lot of reviews on YouTube too of people leaving these loaded for extended period of time. I mean, like, I think I saw one where a dude left it loaded for 10 plus years, and he did not have any issues with feeding, nor did he have any issues with the lips on the mag. So the Pmags are definitely kind of the industry standard, as I mentioned. Your Gen 3 mag, they changed the dimensions a little bit. They changed the base plate on it. Just to give you you can see this one slides on from the back here. And this one actually slides on from the front. So, and the other thing that I wanted to point out with these as well is they do this in a version without the window, and then this one obviously is the one with the window, so that you can have an idea of your round count. They do have it called out 5, 15, 25, and it does have a sort of waffle patterning down here that you can number your mags to keep track of which one you are using. If you keep up on your mag maintenance of changing springs in that after certain numbers of use, or just to keep track of how many times you've used it. But yeah, they are definitely great mags. Definitely check them out. You can find them you can find the Magpuls Gen 2 and Gen 3 over at Brownells. Brownells does have the clear Lancers. This OD Green is a Big Daddy Unlimited exclusive. and I believe that Brownells also has these guys in there too. I tend to bounce between using Brownells, and then also the Mag Shack is another area that when I'm having trouble finding mags, I check out their site. I will include the link below, as I mentioned in a previous video. Apparently we are unable to give you direct links to certain things, so I will include my link tree below, and I will add Brownells is always in there, but I will add the Mag Shack, and definitely check them out. Both great sources. If Brownells doesn't have it, you can definitely find it normally on the Mag Shack. Some of the colored mags, as I mentioned, like this, is an exclusive to Big Daddy Unlimited, but most of the other Lancer colors you can locate on Brownells or the Mag Shack. Another, I guess, quick thought here. These do come in a coyote as well, so there's a brown version for those of you running like a coyote tan or an FDE that are looking for a mag to match that. Magpul does do that. I am hoping, and I think many people are, that one day they release the OD green again, because they did OD green in the Gen 2s, and then they stopped manufacturing them. I believe it's been about 6-7 years roughly, from what I've seen. So hopefully one day they'll bring the green back, because I'd love to snag up a few OD green Pmags, just due to their reliability and everything, and my love for green. So hope you enjoyed running through those quick. As I mentioned, there are a ton of other brands out there. Just wanted to give you a run through of kind of my experience with these, and just kind of a brief overview of mags. Hope you enjoyed. I will catch you next time.